Here we have another p block element of group 16, a yellow crystalline solid named as sulfur. Sulfur is mainly known for its allotropic properties, and that will be the aim of this chapter. So, two main types of sulfur allotropes are known, monoclinic and rhombic, right? So, as the name suggests, rhombic sulfur is arranged in a rhombic fashion, and this is how it looks. However, monoclinic sulfur looks like this. Monoclinic sulfur is also known as beta sulfur, whereas rhombic sulfur is also known as alpha sulfur. So if you look at the shape of monoclinic sulfur, this is just for the sake of remembering. It looks like a bar, right? So B is for bar, B is for beta, and that is to remember that monoclinic sulfur is also known as beta sulfur. It has a slightly higher melting point than rhombic sulfur. The melting point of monoclinic sulfur is 393 Kelvin, whereas for rhombic is 385.5 Kelvin. So, both rhombic and monoclinic sulfur have 8 sulfur atoms arranged in different fashion. So, for rhombic, this is the structure, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 8 sulfur atoms arranged in a rhombic fashion, and hence the name rhombic sulfur or alpha sulfur. So this rhombic sulfur remains stable only till a temperature of 369 Kelvin. Above that temperature, it gets converted into monoclinic sulfur. Similarly, monoclinic sulfur below 369 Kelvin gets converted into rhombic sulfur. So these are the interchangeable allotropic forms. And this 369 K is also known as transition temperature. This rhombic sulfur does not dissolve in water and is slightly soluble in ethers, alcohol and benzene. However, it's completely soluble and readily soluble in CS2, which has a linear structure. So we know that both monoclinic and rhombic sulfur have 8 atoms of sulfur each. However, many more forms of sulfur have been synthesized in laboratory, ranging from 6 sulfur atoms to 20 sulfur atoms. The cyclo S6 sulfur ring adopts a chair form, right? This is how it looks, resembling a chair with a bond to bond angle of 102.2 degrees and bond length of 205.7 pm. Okay, at elevated temperatures of around 1000 Kelvin, the S2 form of sulfur behaves like a paramagnet. Now, what is a paramagnet? The substances which behave like a magnet in the presence of a magnetic field are known as paramagnets. As soon as magnetic field is introduced, this is how their atoms are aligned, right, in the direction of magnetic field, and they ease the flow of magnetic lines in the direction of magnetic field, hence making it stronger. However, as soon as this magnetic field is removed, these substances come back to their normal state. This is known as paramagnetism, and the S2 form of sulfur with 2 atoms of sulfur at higher temperatures of more than 1000 Kelvin behave as paramagnets. So a few questions before we wind up this discussion on sulfur. Sulfur is completely soluble in water, CS2, ether or alcohol. So what is the correct answer? Well, the correct answer is carbon disulfide or CS2. Students get confused as to why ether and alcohol is not the right answer, because water, we know that sulfur is insoluble in water. However, in ether and alcohol it is not completely soluble. and hence carbon disulfide is the right answer, in which sulfur is readily and completely soluble.